y'all? Welcome back to another video. It's Trucker Ray. Again, no, I don't work for Carvana. It's just a dope ass hat. So, anyways, if y'all, so I want to kind of address something. If you guys want to get into the trucking industry and car hauling in particular, for those that are looking for trucking as an alternative to a career for whatever they are doing, I have a little bit of advice. It's definitely one of those careers, one of those jobs that you have a lot of like stress and a lot of stress, and you gotta have patience, because this trucking or car hauling in particular is one of those that are like it's hard, like to say it light, or to not say it lightly. It's hard because you got thousands and thousands of dollars worth of merchandise on your that you're moving, and these are customers' vehicles, these are dealerships' vehicles, so you got to come into it with the mindset of like, you just got to, it's like you got to be focused. You got to be focused, and you got to want to do it, because it's not, there's trucking companies that, you bump docks, or you got somebody else loading for you, or you're doing, like just local deliveries where forklifts unload your stuff for you and stuff like that. Like, you have those, and those ones are a lot more like laid back type jobs. I mean, you're still responsible for getting the stuff there and not damaging anything. Like, if you're moving, like, say you're moving like convenience store stuff, and you have like a pallet of sodas or whatever, that kind of stuff you got to be mindful with too. But the thing is you're not loading it, like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not behind all that. So that's why, I don't know, I like, the reason I got into car hauling is because of the fact that it's a challenge, and it's like you get to see a lot of cool cars. You get the opportunity to drive a bunch of stuff, and it's just like a challenge every day. So you're not really, it's different every day, like trying to figure out your load sequence and figure out what you're gonna do if you've got too much things at one time that are too big. Like, say, like, you got a load of 9 cars, and like 6 of them are SUVs, or like 4 of them are pickup trucks or whatever. Like, how are you gonna load that in relation to state laws and stuff with weight requirements and all that? That's what I like. Like, I like getting up, going, and figuring out the stuff as it comes, as opposed to like a repetitious type job where it's like you're just doing the same thing over and over again. Which, the more you do this, it might feel like that a little bit, but there's always a curveball in there. So I don't know, if anybody wants to get into car hauling, I would say, like, just have the mindset of like, I'm gonna go to work. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not a cakewalk. You can't just sit back and relax. Like, I mean, especially like if it's raining outside or whatever, you got wet tires and stuff, you're slipping up and down that ramp, you know what I mean? So you got to be super careful, and kind of treat it like it's your own vehicles, like your own car or whatever. Because like I was saying, there's thousands of dollars that you're hauling at one time. So yeah, that's just a little FYI, if you ever wanted to get in the car hauling industry. But there's some really good money to be made in just the car hauling industry itself. I can't speak on a bunch of the other ones because I'm not a part of that, but I just know from what I've seen, there's a lot of money in it, and it's just like, once you get in with the right dealerships and all that stuff, like, it's pretty much infinite. And I wouldn't say that. I would say, like, more often than not, there's gonna be some way to move. And that's one of the good things about it, because it's like there is slow times, and there is like super fast times where it's hard to keep up with all the stuff, with all the cars you're moving and all that stuff. But I would say probably 8 times out of 10, there's way to be moved. And so if you're into like a challenge, and if you're like into your day by day being something different, I would definitely suggest car hauling, because it definitely is not for everybody. I mean, I've met drivers that are in like other industries or other types of trucking, and they would never transition over to car hauling, just because they know from what they've been told or from what they've seen, like, it's a huge, like, it's a mental thing. Like, you gotta go into it with the intent of like, this is what I do, you know what I mean, as opposed to being like, it's something that you could just get taught and pick up, because it's definitely not like that. Like, I didn't see a lot of people get into it and then quit, or get into it and get out of it hella fast, because it's just not for them. It's stressful. There's a lot that goes into it. And so let me know what y'all think about this, and if there's any other thing that you want me to talk about when it comes to car hauling industry or trucking in general. Just let me know in the comments, and make sure you leave a like on this video and subscribe if you haven't. And I'm gonna try to post at least once a week, so anyways, that being said, y'all, have a very Merry Christmas, and be safe.